All right, I'm gonna get right into this video today, guys. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the K24 swap in an 8th gen Civic Si is not worth it. I know you guys are typing right now, but the K24 is so good. Everybody likes the K24. Bro, no touching grass, hear me out. I have a K24 swapped 8th gen right here. And let me tell you, it's just not worth it. So the first thing I want to talk about today is horsepower. Everyone's favorite number to lie about.
Bruh.
And when I bought this car, it came with an intake and exhaust already had a tune on it. And like a true alpha, the Lion does not concern himself with the reliability of a Facebook Marketplace tune. But from what I've seen online, it was probably making around 200 horsepower. Then I went K24, full bolt-on, exhaust, headers, intake, bigger injectors, stage 1 clutch, 50-degree VCT gear, Type-S oil pump. Literally everything a college student like me could afford for this K24 swap. And editor, hit the drum roll. We made 220 wheel horsepower. 20 extra horsepower. Wow, I'm so excited. I spent all that money and I got 20 horsepower. Bro, is that really worth it? Now, it should be noted that I did ask my tuner to go pretty conservative on the tune because this is my daily driver.
Bruh.
So I didn't want to push ignition or timing anything too far. So it is a pretty reliable tune, but still 220 to like 240 is what you're going to expect if you got a setup like this. If horsepower is your main goal, I just spent basically what I could have spent supercharging the original K20 Z3 that came with this car. I could be making like 300 to 400 horsepower with any of the supercharger kits, a turbocharger kit, pretty reliably. But instead I make 220 NA. All right, and I know the comments are already coming, but easier, the K24, people do the swap for the torque, not the horsepower. All right, let's be so honest, guys. If you wanted torque from an engine, you just should have not got a 4-cylinder. Literally, you could have bought anything else, but you chose a 4-cylinder, and then you're going to talk about torque. That's pretty ironic. Yeah, the K24 makes like 30 to 40 more foot-pounds of torque, but let's break down like what it costs to get there. It's a good bump, but let's see what that bump costs. I mean, you're spending $1,000 for the engine, around, at least $500 for a dyno tune, a decent dyno tune. Another 100, 200 for random parts. If you're going to go bolt-on and stuff, probably want the Type-S oil pump, 50-degree VCT gear. And let's not forget about all the tools you don't have. You're going to need an engine hoist, probably a torque wrench. There's another, I don't know, $500. So think about that. You just spent at least $2,000 plus to make 30 to 40 extra foot-pounds of torque. I mean, you could have bought a new Edge. If torque was your main goal, if all you care about is torque, you could have bought a new Edge Mustang for cheaper than the SI cost. Or, as much as I hate to say it, a G35 or G37, that's going to get the job done. Let's be honest. A G37 is still probably beating the race. I just said 2,000, at least 2,000 plus to get the swap done. I mean, have you guys ever swapped a motor before? Because I never did. And let me tell you, there is so many extra hidden costs into doing a swap. I mean, you got to get, oil, coolant. I mean, yeah, okay, $70, but let's not forget about all the gaskets, seals. While you're in there, you're probably gonna want to get a new clutch. There's so much new motor mounts. There's so much stuff that just pops up while you're taking this motor out that you might as well do it while you're in there. Or you realize, oh dang, this motor mount's blown. I gotta get a new one. You gotta budget at least an extra $1,000. And let's not forget about the time commitment that this takes. You have a garage that you can just use for 2 weeks at a time. I mean, if you're in college like me, living with your parents, I mean, I had to beg to get a month of garage time to do this swap. And I mean, do you have a car to be driven around? If not, you're gonna take it to a shop, get it done at a shop. They're probably gonna charge you $1,000, $2,000, maybe to get it done. All right, and now let's talk about maybe the most important thing to begin with. Is the K24 even more fun than the K20 Z3? And in my opinion, the answer is no. The K20 Z3, 8,300 RPM redline from factory, 50-degree VCT gear, one of the best flowing heads Honda ever made, and it's just so fun on the back road, just revving. Like, there's less torque, but that means you really got to rev out all the way to get to that power you want, which is just super fun. And I've driven a stock K24 A2 in an Acura TSX, 7,000 redline, 25-degree VCT gear. It literally feels like the little brother to the K20 Z3 from factory. It is not the same motor. Yeah, it's more torquey, more punchy, but the K20 Z3 feels more like a race car, more of an enthusiast engine, in my opinion. Now, you can get your K24A2 to that point like I did, but you gotta go full bolt-on. And I'm talking 15-degree VCT gear, Type S oil pump. You gotta wake that engine up. The K20A2 from factory does not feel anything like a Z3. The Z3 is 100% the better motor. I would just prefer to stick with that. But a full bolt-on K24A2 does get you pretty close. All right, and before you guys think I'm some sort of pessimist who just hates my K24 and doesn't think anybody should do it, it's just a waste of time, I don't think that at all. I actually love my K24. I would do it again if I had to. And here's the use cases that I think it would be useful for you guys if you're looking to do a K24 swap. If your K20Z3 goes bad, right? Like I got scammed when I bought mine. It had a cracked engine block, leaking coolant all over. I couldn't see that when I bought it, but I figured it out pretty quick. And if that's the case, the K24 is usually cheaper than a K20Z3, and you're gonna get that torque boost. And if you go full bolt-on, you'll probably make more horsepower just like I do. So for cheaper, you might as well get a K24 if you're already going to be swapping the engine anyways. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. Now, the second use case, I think, is if you're going for a max effort K-Series build in one of these cars like the 8th Gen SI or the RSX Type S. Even though they do come with great K-Series motors from factory, the K24 I think is better suited for a max effort build. If you're looking for like 600 horsepower plus, lower compression ratio, more displacement, better torque curve. I mean, you're better off if you're going to be spending all that money for a built transmission and looking for that max horsepower. You might as well just spend the extra money to swap in the K24. All right, so my final verdict from somebody who's done this swap, they've experienced both engines. I would say for the average RSX Type S owner, average Civic 8th Gen Civic Si owner, it's just not worth it. If straight line speed is your main goal, just boost your K20. They can make 3, 4, maybe even 500 horsepower pretty reliably, and you're going to spend about the same amount of money. Or better yet, just spend what I spent on my engine, get some good tires, get wheels, upgrade your brakes, get suspension, coilovers, and just enjoy how Honda meant the car to be driven. Lightweight, fun, great on a back road, and I think you're going to have a great time. The K24 swap, it looks super cool on Instagram. It's so cool to be able to tell people you did it, but in reality, it's just a really inefficient way to make power. If you need to do the swap, it's worth it, but sometimes you just got to stick with your K20Z3, and let's be honest, sometimes we got to be adults. I would have rather just saved my money and started saving up for something I really want in the future, like a Corvette or a new Type R. Unfortunately, with the circumstances, I had to spend the money, but is it really worth putting thousands of dollars into your almost 20-year-old car at this point?
Alright, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and honestly, go check out my other videos, because I do have a whole series K24 swapping my Civic Si. I think it's pretty interesting. You should go check it out. Maybe drop a sub, I don't know, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video.